Hey guys, it's Zara, and as you can tell by the title of this video, I will be saying how much I can read on Saturday and Sunday, so 2 days, and I am gonna count today, which is Friday the 13th. Dun dun dun! But anyway, so it's currently 3:23 p.m., and I got back from school like an hour-ish ago. 2:30 is when I end school, but I had to wait for my dad and stuff. But anyways, so I went to the library and I picked up the 3 books that I have on hold, and I'll show you those quickly. So I got American Panda by Gloria Cho. I bet I said that wrong, sorry. Love, Hate, and Other Filters by Samira Ahmed. And this is a lot shorter than I thought it was. And then finally, I got Lolita by Vladimir Nabokov? Again, sorry if I said that wrong. So I just picked those up from the library, and those I'm definitely gonna read. Definitely gonna read and finish this because it's 276 pages or something. Like, it is really short. I honestly thought it was over 300 pages, but I'll definitely try and read this. It's short, the font's big, and I've been really wanting to read this, so yeah. I'm gonna try and read this. It's a little bit not even chunky, but the font's big as well. I think it's 300 something. Yeah, it's like 307 or something, so it's short, so I'm going to try and read this one as well. For Lolita, I don't think I'm going to read that this weekend. I might start it, but I'm definitely not going to finish it. And if I do, good for me, because the font is quite small. It might be a pretty, I think, how long is this one? Okay, it's like 300 and... what is this one? It's like 327 pages, but the font's pretty small. And I know I just don't think I'm going to finish that this weekend. But my teacher told us something about the name Lolita. And I hate it so much because it's really gross. I wish he didn't tell me that. I'm not going to say it because I don't want to ruin the thing for you, but it's really gross. And I don't know, I've just been hearing so much about the book that I really want to read it, even though the premise is disgusting. But at the same time, I want to see why it's considered like a classic and something everybody, a lot of people liked, and just, I don't know, it's just something I really want to see, why people feel that way about this book, especially because of this disgusting premise. But, so another book if I do not finish this book, I am going to be so pissed at myself because I'm practically done this book. And if you watched my long weekend vlogs, you would know how much I was trying to finish this. And that is, yeah, I'm still not fucking done this book. I am currently 284 pages into this book. And there's 300 and I believe 67 pages. The font is not that small. It's a normal size. It's normal. We'll go with that. But where is it? Yeah, 367 pages. And I'm still fucking not done with this shit. I still don't know how I feel about this. I still fucking hate Rashid. And I wish he would die. I really, really hate that man. I really do. Especially, oh my god. There's this one scene in this book that literally made me just want to jump in the book and kill him. But the thing that bothers me the most is, why aren't these characters killing him? That's definitely something I'm going to talk about in the presentation that I have to do about this book, about the abuse they're going through and why as you can tell, I'm really pissed about him. I just cannot stand this fucking man. But the other books that I will try and finish, a lot of them, not a lot, quite a few of them I definitely think I'll finish, but... So the first ones are Descenders, volumes 1 to 3. Okay, the books are gonna... So I need to reread these because I want to, and the only problem with this is I haven't gotten volumes 4 and 5 from the library, and I don't know when I will, which is the problem, because I don't want to reread these and then not be able to read the next books, and that's why I got them, but I just don't know when they're going to come. But I don't want to return them and then them coming in within a week or something, because I just hate waiting for these to come in again. So I don't know what I'm going to do, because I don't want to buy them and then be like, oh, I don't really like them and stuff. I really do like these volumes, but at the same time, it's just, I'd rather read them from the library first and then maybe buy them if I like them, even though I don't love that kind of money. But yeah, the next book I want to read and finish, because this book has quite a few illustrations throughout it, and the font's quite big. Even though the book looks chunky, I definitely think I'll finish it. And I saw this at my school library. I don't know a single thing about this. I haven't heard a single person talk about this. Maybe they didn't. I don't remember it. But that is Draw the Line by Lynette Lynn. I bet I said her name wrong. I don't know what this is about. All I know is it says A Moment Fit for a Hero. This is Epic by Leigh Bardugo. We all know who that is. But I just saw this. I thought the cover was interesting. I flipped through it. I thought the art was interesting. And I was like, why not? Like, as you can tell, it's a pretty chunky book. It's like, I think 500 pages. But, yeah, it's definitely. It's 500 and... wait, that's the last page. 517 pages. So it's pretty thick. But the printing's really big. And I believe this is YA. Yeah, I would think it's YA. And there's art. So I definitely think I could finish this if I'm not lazy. The next thing I need to finish, because I'm currently reading it, is Ghost by Raina Telgemeier. Why do I never say that right? But anyways, I don't know how many pages I'm in. I am 73 pages into this, and it's a graphic novel. So again, I could finish this if I actually tried. I think it's okay. Not really interesting right now. And the last book that I want to read, and I know I could finish this if I actually tried, and it is The Marvels by Brian Selznick. This, I think I only have one other Brian Selznick book that I have not read. And if I finish this and that, if I can find it, because I don't think the library has it, I've pretty much, I've read everything by Brian Selznick. I feel like there might be something he's written and I just don't know about it or something. But I've read pretty much everything by Brian Selznick because I love him and I love these books. Like the ones that are chunky, I always give these 5 out of 5 stars. I only didn't give The Adventure of Hugo Cabret 5 stars. But honestly, I feel like I should because it definitely is worth it. But the last one I read, Wonderstruck, 5 out of 5 stars. Amazing. Fucking love it. So, and the plans for this weekend. I need to fucking film my March wrap-up. I filmed it. I just did not like the way it turned out. I was really rambly. Nothing made sense. I don't know. I just rushed through it. I didn't like it. So I really need to film that. And I think that's all my plans for the weekend. So, yeah. There are other books that I could read. I actually have a lot of homework to do. Also, I have homework. I have some geography. Yeah, it's mainly just geography homework, to be honest. So, yeah, that's just my plans for the weekend. So, I wonder how much I'm going to read. So, hey guys. So, it's currently Saturday, and I actually finished a book today, and that was Ghost by Raina Telgemeier. I swear I always say that wrong. And my bun, girl, I don't know what's up with my hair. My hair's just bad in general. But anyways, so I still have to go on Goodreads and actually say that I finished this, but I did finish this not that long ago. I went and washed my face and stuff, but I don't know what I should give this. Because, like, at first I was like, like, it's okay, not very interesting, but then it started to get interesting. I feel like I'm gonna give it a 4 stars because it is very good and the art is really nice. I really liked it, and I really liked how she included that the little sister has, I know I'm gonna say this wrong, but she has, you know what, I'm just gonna put the name of it right here because I know I'm not gonna say it right. But yeah, I just liked how she included that. Now I don't know if it's actually own voices. I don't know if the author actually has that sort of disease and stuff, but I do really like that she included it. And I do like how she included the whole like Day of the Dead kind of celebration and stuff. I really liked it, and I definitely found it very interesting. And actually in the back of the book she actually talks about like, says a few notes about ghosts, and she talks about what inspired her, like what inspired the place that they moved to, and she talks a little bit about the Day of the Dead and stuff like that, which I really liked, and I really liked how she included that, so then people can get to know it a little bit. I just found the story to be very fun. I really liked Maya. She was so cute, and Kat was really interesting, and I don't know, I just really liked the relationship between these two. Even, like, I just found sometimes Kat was just a little, like, especially when she didn't introduce her friends to Maya, because, like, I guess she was embarrassed or something, which I don't know, I don't understand why siblings in general do that. Like, I've never done that before. I just don't see the point of it. But yeah, and I really like the relationship between Maya and Carlos and stuff, even though she did not like him in the beginning, but then she eventually gets to like him and stuff. So yeah, I just thought this was a cute book, and I do recommend it. So yeah, now that I finished that, I don't know what I'm gonna read next. I think I'm gonna just go and finish A Thousand Splendid Suns since I'm pretty much done that. But I also actually have to go and put like the okay for a poem that I entered into a contest. So like back in November, I think it was November or something, I entered a poetry contest. Well, it was like you could do short stories or poems, but you were very limited. Like I wanted to do a short story because like back then poetry is just not my thing now. Like I don't mind it as much, but I wanted to do a short story, but it was just so hard because you were so limited. I think the limit for how long your short story could be was like 450 words. And yeah, no. So I was like, you know what, why not try a poem? And it could only be 32 lines and stuff. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna try this. And I did, and I won the poetry contest, which I still cannot believe that I'm getting a poem published. I've always hated poetry, and the fact that the first thing I'm gonna get published is a poem is just like so surreal, and I still cannot believe it. I found out back in it was February, because it was when I found out I was in my second semester, so it was definitely February. I still can't believe it. Like, me and another girl who's in my grade actually won, and she's like, I guess you could say a friend of mine. Like, I don't really talk to her and stuff much, but like, I still can't believe that we both won the poetry contest and that we're both gonna get published. And it's just so funny because I've always loved writing. I've always loved it. And my one dream is to become a published author, and the fact that it's gonna happen, that in June I'm getting something of mine published, like, I still cannot believe it. And the fact that it's a poem always makes me laugh because it's just, I've always hated poetry. But then back in my first semester, I was in a writer's craft class, and my teacher, who is my English teacher this semester as well, which is funny. But anyways, he showed us like different types of poetry, and the poem that I entered was a spoken word poem, I guess, because like it doesn't really rhyme, so it's more of a spoken word poem. And I personally still don't really like poetry, but I really do like spoken word poetry. That's like my favorite type. So the poem I entered, like, if you read it, yeah, you'll get something, but definitely I would, like, it's better to read it out loud. But so like we did that. He was telling us different ways of like different types of poetry and stuff, and we were looking at spoken word. I was like, you know what, why not? Like, I gave up on the short story that I wrote. Like, I thought it was okay and stuff. It was hard to describe stuff because of the fact that I was so limited, and it fucking bugs me how limited I was with that. But I got a poem published. So I don't know, like, I really want to make like a video of me just reading the poem out, but like, I just want to do it a certain way because of the way, like, the poem itself. Like, I don't want to talk about it and stuff because I don't know if I'm allowed to until like it's published or something. But I don't know. I'm just so happy that I'm getting a poem published. And actually, and the reason I knew about the poetry contest was because my teacher, he said, oh, do you guys want to enter this? And I was like, why not? And this semester he showed us another poetry contest. Thankfully, there is no limit to this poetry contest, so it doesn't matter how long it is. But I'm gonna try and enter that as well. Who knows, maybe I'll win. But I really need to finish that because the deadline for that poem is the 27th of April. And the funny thing about the poem I entered is I completely forgot about when the due date was, and the date of the due date was when I entered it, and I won. And like, my teacher just like quickly edited it and stuff, and I'm just like, I still won and all that. But I have no idea what place I came into. All I know is I think I got into, me and the girl, like my friend who also won, I think we both got top 40, I think it was, out of all of Canada, I believe, because I think the poetry contest is like a Canadian, like, national poetry contest, like anybody in Canada can enter. I don't know if it's like just Ontario or if it's just all of Canada, which is even better. And it's a student poetry contest, so me and her, we're both in grade 12, we both won, and I'm just like, I can't. Just thinking about it still makes, and every time my friends are like, I can't believe you're actually gonna be a published author, and I'm like, I know, and the fact that it's a poem, I can't. So yeah, I gotta go and send an email saying that it's okay to print it, because they sent a proof sheet for like edits and stuff, because I used a swear word, even though the swear word was just ass, but it's gonna be in like schools and stuff, so you know, it had to be appropriate. But so they just had to fix a couple things in like grammar and stuff. So they just had to fix that. So I just have to send the okay with the stuff they edited and stuff. So yeah, but I'm gonna go do that, and then I think I'm just gonna go on YouTube for a little bit and then maybe go and read again. So guys, I did it. I did it. I did it. I fucking did it. Finally finished this fucking book. Oh my god, it's been a long time and I finally finished it. Oh my god. Finally. So I'm gonna give this a 1.5 out of 5 stars. Now let's get into why. So, you can tell there's a lot of sticky notes. So, in the beginning of it, I just did not really find it interesting. I was just like, this character is so naive and just, ugh. And then somebody dies, and that's when everything bad starts to happen. Like, everything really bad starts to happen. And then we get introduced to a new character who I really just don't know how I feel about her. I still just don't think I like her. I didn't really like the other character either. They go through so much abuse. If trigger warning 4, suicide, emotional and physical abuse, a lot. War, because this is about, is it the Afghanistan war? Yeah, because this talks about the Soviets invasion and then the Taliban and then post-Taliban. So just a lot of war and a lot of killing and a lot of death, a lot of rape. There's just so many different trigger warnings. So if you get triggered very easily by pretty much anything, do not read this. That's all I'm going to say. Just don't read this if you get triggered by anything really easily. This book, I don't know. Honestly, when I was getting so close to the end, I was just wanting to just fall asleep. Like, it's currently, I don't know, 7:30 something, and I just wanted to fall asleep when I was trying to finish this. I just got really bored, especially after the one character dies. I'm just like, I don't really like this. And then the other character died, and I'm like, yeah, can this just be over? But I was happy when everything kind of like got all happy and stuff in the end, even though we lost a couple good characters. But then we found out one character. I just like, I don't know. I just did not like this book that much. With all the abuse they were going through because of Rashid, I was just like, why? Why did it take you so long to kill him? It's like, how didn't they kill him such a long time ago? Like, especially after everything they did or after everything he was doing and stuff. When he finally got killed, I was like, oh my god, finally! I cannot stand this piece of shit. And the fact that he was brainwashing his son. Like, he brainwashed his son to love him, even though he was doing horrible shit to his mother, and I couldn't. The abuse in this, and I just didn't really like it. I did like Khalid Hosseini's writing, like I did in The Kite Runner. It's just, the story itself was just not interesting. Like, I felt like it was too repetitive. Like, they get beat up, they do something, get beat up, they get raped, they're doing something they don't want to, war's happening, many people are dying. Like, it was that, like, all over the entire story until we got to the ending and stuff. But I don't know, there's just something about it that just, I don't know, I just didn't really like it for some reason. But I definitely have a lot of material that I can use to talk about it for my project, because I read this for school. It was definitely interesting to learn what the history about, like, what they were going through with the Soviets and the Taliban and stuff. That was definitely very interesting, especially because there was a scene where they were watching the news and it was 9/11, like what happened during 9/11 and stuff, which was definitely interesting to read about and stuff. Like, the history part of it, I don't know, like, just like when they were talking about like what people are going through with the war and stuff was interesting, because they may be fictional characters, but this is stuff that so many people were going through at the time. Stuff, I don't know, there's just something about this book that didn't really catch my attention. Like, I gave it 1.5 stars, which is not bad. Like, if I gave it 0.5 stars, then yeah, that's just like one of the worst books. But this isn't one of the worst books I've ever read. It's just, I just didn't really like it. It was just, like, it was almost 2 stars, which is, like, an okay rating, but I don't know, I just didn't like it. It's, like, hard to describe it. Like, I just couldn't stand how they just didn't do anything about Rashid. Like, they could have easily killed him in his sleep, but they didn't. They just let the abuse keep happening and just like, they easily could have killed him, but obviously they didn't, because if they didn't, then the story would have been hella short. But, like, Mariam, I think I said her name wrong, but she easily could have killed him a long time ago, especially after he raped her the first night that they were together. It's just, I just didn't like this book, no. But I'm so happy I fucking finished this book. I've been reading this since, like, February. I'm just really happy I finished this, so now I can actually start my project, because we have to do our project from April 23rd to, like, the 27th or something, so I gotta crack down and finish it and finish my project on this. And then I gotta start reading A Tale for the Time Being by Ruth Ozeki, because that's the second book I need to start, and that one's longer than this one. But yeah, I just don't read this. No, I'd read The Kite Runner. That's so much better. This, no, I just, the two main characters, I could not with them. Like, there's so many things they could have done to prevent so many things, but they didn't do it. Like, I just can't. So, yeah, no. I'm gonna go on YouTube for a little bit, and then I might just go take a shower, and I might start another book. I might just start The Marvels or something, because I know I could finish that, since it's a Brian Selznick book, and his are usually words and pictures, so I may start that and finish it. So far, I have finished these 2 things, even though I was currently reading both of these, but hey, I still finished 2 books within a day, actually, because I finished these both today. So, yeah. Except I should have said, wrote down what pages I was on for both of these, so then I know how many pages I actually read today, but I didn't, so, but, yeah. It is so windy right now. Oh my god. You see the ice? Actually, it's freezing rain. Fucking cold. Because of this yesterday, we lost power. Some trees over there. Looks pretty. It's fucking cold. I swear, Canadian weather. I swear. So I just wanted to come here and end the vlog because I didn't do it yesterday since I went to my cousin's house, as you can see from the previous clips. So this weekend I sent in the proof, or the okay for the printing. I did a little bit of homework. I finally finished 1,000 Splendid Suns, and that was the one thing I needed to do this weekend, so I finished that. And I finished 2 books this weekend, these 2, even though I was currently reading them, and I read a little bit of this yesterday. So I did read at least this weekend, not as much as I wanted to, but yeah, so the total for this weekend was 698 pages. So I started off on page 73 of this. This is 240 pages. So I read 167 pages of this. I don't know when what page I actually started on, but I'm going to say 250 And there's like this copy is 367 pages, which means I read 117 pages of this. And then I'm not done this one, but I got up to 414 pages of this, even though the first like 380 something pages was just pictures. But the pictures, like some pictures had like words of like headlines, newspaper clippings, or notes and stuff, but I wasn't really reading. So I read technically like 22 pages of this, but that doesn't matter. So yeah, and that was it. So yeah, not as bad as I thought, but not as good as I thought. I know the Dewey's 24-hour readathon is supposed to be coming up on the 28th of this month, so I think I'm going to try and do that, even though that's my birthday weekend, and on the 29th, my cousins and I were going to do something, since my birthday is on a Monday, so we can't really do anything on that day, so who knows how that's going to work. But yeah, I hope you guys like this video. Sorry that it's really long, but yeah, if you guys like this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Till next time. Bye, bros.